The Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show.
Boss in the Sauce Show. Here we go.
Mississippi State. We go Mississippi State. It's right here. Let me go. Let's jump to Mississippi State with Mike Leach in his third year right here. Yeah. This guy's a quality coach, and he's in his third year. He's a real kind of quirky kind of guy, but he's a really good coach. Dude, looks are deceiving. This guy looks like a Comic-Con guy that's just chilling out here, but this guy can coach his ass off the ND system. So this is third year for him. He could put things together very well. So I'm expecting a lot out of him. But at QB, he has his quarterback, Rogers, who's going to be returning. At running back, he has his last year duo back. He got duo backs over there. At wide receiver, it's going to be led by returners again. And on his offensive line, his best two left for the NFL. So it's going to need a little improvement and some replacements in there. But he likes to work hand in hand with his line too. So I think he'll be safe over there with his talents right there. What you got for him on defense, Big Ragoo?
Yeah, defensively. Well, the offense gets all the attention with the Leach teams, and I think just to touch on the offense, just one little bit, you're probably not going to, you're not going to see those 600-yard games, like you did when he was with Washington State, but because he's playing in the SEC. But you'll see some 400s, and maybe you'll see like a 500 against Vanderbilt, something like that. But yeah, offense is going to be lit up this year with that squad. The defense, They've got to play a little catch-up on defense, but the defense was surprisingly good when he first got there because the offense really wasn't clicking. And like you said, in his third year, I think he might have learned some things about the SEC defenses, and he did a pretty fair job on the defensive side. But, here we go again. When we talk about the key thing here, and their weakness is the pass rush. I think they're pretty good at the run stop, but, they play pretty decent. They had 27 sacks. But they had a low total, like it had like 5.5 tackles for a loss per game. So they're definitely going to have to step it up, to kind of mix things up in the backfield and put some pressure on the run game, because that's what they do in the SEC. They don't air it out first; they run first and they mix it up. But the SEC has kind of changed over the years. They kind of got a little more aggressive, with Bama and Florida and Georgia, the way they go about it, but. They've got enough offense to show up. The defense, their biggest thing is going to be the pass rush. And if they can stop the pass a little bit, this team will compete. They're a lower level team just because of the way they started out. But I think offensively, when they start scoring enough points, they're going to have to outscore their opponents to beat them, because the defense was like the weak. The first year defense was pretty good. The second year they kind of lulled out a little bit. And then they're going to have to plug some holes on the pass rush here with the defensive side. So I think they allowed like 23 points or 27 points a game in the SEC. That's not going to cut it. You're going to have to get in the lower 20s to kind of compete, because now you're looking at 5 touchdowns to win a football game in there, and they can do it, but they're not going to do it week in, week out. They're not going to have to be able to. Put that kind of onus, score 35 points a game in the SEC. Those are Bama type numbers. You're not going to beat teams, unless you're scoring better than 4 touchdowns a game. So they're going to have to tighten things up on the pass rush. If they do that, then I think they'll tweak it down to like 24, 23 points. Now you're talking 3 touchdowns and a field goal, 4 touchdowns to win a football game in the SEC.
Well, hey, I'm gonna talk business on this team because I'm already high on 3rd and 4th year coaches. This is a quality coach going into his 3rd year, and his players are buying in. A lot of players stayed to play this extra year right here, and he has a roster full of seniors right here. Seniors play in your favor. All these type of things play in your favor as a 3rd year coach. So I'm gonna put the business out there right now. We want to take Mississippi plus points in any situation they give us plus points. That's where we're gonna lie. We're gonna lie with that one right there. And we're gonna sprinkle the money line on those two, because I got a feeling they're gonna pull one big one off. It might be, I ain't got their schedule in front of me, but out of the West, I don't think they can touch Bama. But Texas A&M, Arkansas, LSU, everybody else can get it. They can be the number 2 team easily in the West right here. So anytime you see them, mark my words, rewind the tape, whatever you gotta do. Anytime you see Mississippi State in 2022 at plus points, take the points.
You won't get an argument from me on that.
That's right. And that's what this early these early capping that we do, these previews, those are some of the main looks that we see. We see trends that are gonna be developing, mostly if things go right. But that's a trend you can start at the beginning of the season and you continue that all the way through. I don't think these guys will give up. This guy's a quality coach. He won't give up, and they're seniors. They're gonna play to the last drop. They're gonna give you your money's worth. They're gonna leave it all out on the field. So I'm going with that 100%.
They got Georgia and they got Alabama, and then the rest of the way out. They got A&M, Arkansas, Bowling Green, LSU, Arizona early, Memphis early, and of course then they got a little lull after they get beat up by Georgia because they got to play East Tennessee State. Then they finish up in the Egg Bowl with Mississippi State and Mississippi. That's the rivalry game late. So they'll have some opportunities to be some dogs in there. They got Kentucky out of the East. So.
Well, I'm gonna put it out there that they might knock one L in Georgia. That might be the one, and it's not gonna be because Georgia players are not more talented than Tennessee players. They're probably gonna underestimate them a little bit, and they're gonna go out there and give it their best shot. And you know how football works. If they can start leaning a little edge on you, they can turn the whole tables in the game. And look at that upset.
Well, here's what they got on October 22nd. They play Alabama. Then they got a bye, and they're going to need it after that. They play Auburn, and they jump into Georgia the following week, and they play light with East Tennessee, and then they finish up with